Hello everybody, this is Paul Jasmine Gonzalez. Welcome to my channel. If you're watching on YouTube, today is Saturday, May 22. Today I got my trip to New York City. I already got it booked and everything. I just have to go to the train station later on and go to New York City. Now, keep in mind, New York City was the epicenter of like the pandemic last year, so nothing is open. I mean, certain things might be open, but the entertainment, there's none of that. Like I think it's going to be a different experience than other times that I have traveled in the past. I decided to take the train. I was thinking about driving, and honestly, I probably can save money by driving because my car is very economically. Um, Save me a lot of gas. The gas mileage is fantastic, but at the same time, uh, I was kind of like, I don't know. Um, so I decided to just buy train tickets. So I got train tickets. So the last time I went on a train to New York City was in 2014 when I went to visit my parents in Puerto Rico back in February. And it turned out into a big story because during the way to New York City, the train axle broke. So instead of going at 60 miles, it was going like 20 miles an hour. So it took like 4 hours to get to New York City. Then New York City I had to transfer um, to take the subway to get to New York City JFK airport to then take a plane to go to Puerto Rico, and the plane was going to leave like late at night. So it was it was a crazy story, and I only could stay in Puerto Rico for about a day and a half, and it sucked because I couldn't do anything down in Puerto Rico. The sad part is like I hope that this year, once the pandemic subsides, I can find a way to buy tickets to go to Puerto Rico because I would love to go to Puerto Rico for a week. And honestly, if I need to go do a GoFundMe, I may probably do a GoFundMe so that way I can cover expenses that I may have during that trip and all that kind of stuff. Also, I want to see if I can bring a good camera so I can take videos and things of places that I went to in Puerto Rico, places that I like in Puerto Rico. I know there are a few blogs that I follow of people that live in Puerto Rico, but at the same time, I want to showcase more stuff from Puerto Rico, specifically from where I grew up and places that I went to when I was living down there. Um, but yeah, definitely I want to go to Puerto Rico, and the things I live in the Albany area. The trips are more expensive, in my opinion, because you have to take a connecting flight to get to either New York City or even New Jersey. In some cases, like previous years that I have traveled to Puerto Rico, the plane will leave Albany, will stop in New Jersey, then I will transfer in New Jersey, Newark Airport to another plane. So it's easier for me to just go and travel to New York City, I think, and so on one plane, I'm somehow a little bit skittish of flying. I have to admit it. Like, it always kind of like scares me a little bit. Um, Maybe because I watched that cartoon of Bugs Bunny about the gremlin in the airplane. If you don't know what I'm talking about, like search on YouTube, you know what I mean. Um, but at the same time, it's like it's just you know, I don't fly that often. That's how I guess. I guess the fear is there. But yeah, I submitted the application for my passport, so hopefully I get that. So because of the um, changes in the law that require identification to be able to board a plane, so I decided to get a passport. It's better that way. Even though Puerto Rico is a U.S. territory, and I don't need to have a passport to go to Puerto Rico because I'm a U.S. citizen. I still decided to get one of those. Um, so yeah, in any case, I hope I can get to Puerto Rico this year or next. I really do hope so because I miss Puerto Rico. I haven't been there in, like I said, last time I went was in 2014. That's 7 years almost. And I think I mentioned one time, like the one thing that about this pandemic is like that shows me it's like not to take things for granted, and definitely visiting my parents is one of those things that I don't want to take for granted. Because what if something happened to them, you know, and then I would regret never seeing them or visiting them. So hopefully I can make that happen, but we'll see, honestly, because I don't know. We'll see what happens. Anyway, that's all I got. Peace out, everybody. Stay safe.